going to take a look at uploading and managing documents in Document Manager. From the My Documents view, I can choose to either upload an existing document, be it a Word document, PDF, etc., or create a document on Hornbill. If I want to upload, I can simply go in, select the file, drag and drop, and then upload that to Document Manager. In this example though, we're going to choose to create a document in Document Manager, on this occasion a text rather than a drawing document, so we can select text document. Here we're then provided with a text editor for creating the content of this particular document. So the first thing we're going to do is just add in some text. We'll just paste that in. From here, using our text editor tools, we've got all the usual things you'd expect to see here. So highlighting this, we might want to put that in bold. We might want to change the color of certain text, underline, and use various other options. We might want to add a table and choose the number of rows and columns that are going to be displayed. We might want to add images to our document, either images by defining the URL of the image or by selecting the image from our local file directory. So on here we're just going to add that file in as well. We may also want to include hyperlinks to content held elsewhere, so we can use the link option. We can provide it with a display name, and then we can specify where that link will go. So we'll just have a look, and we'll add that in. Once we've got the content of our original version of that document ready, we can go ahead and we can save that document. We can give that document a name. So we'll call that news. We can give the document a description. Here we can also, if applicable, we can define a review date. This review date will then create an activity for the owner of that document to review the content of the document at the time that you have defined. So we'll put this at the end of April. And if applicable, we may want to enable versioning for this document. This simply means that every time that we go into edit mode on this document and we save the document, it will create a new version and give us a version history for that particular document. Once we've then created that, we can see that we have the options to print and to work in full screen mode, go back into editing, or view the details of this particular document. So if we switch to the details here, we can see all of the document's attributes and parameters. We can see at the top here across the action bar, there's certain functions that we can perform. We can add comments to this document, and those comments will be added into the timeline. The timeline will then give us a facility to collaborate on the content of that document with other people that we have given rights to view the document. The second option here is then allowing this document to be shared with individuals. We could potentially add this or share this document with our colleague Anna, and we can then say what rights Anna has to this document. Can she simply view it? Can she modify the content of that document or any of the attributes of this particular document? So in this occasion, we'll allow her to modify the content and view it, but none of the actual document attributes. By doing so here, we can see who the document's been shared with, and if we wanted to change their rights as the owner of that document, we can do so at any point with those actions being audited in our timeline for us. Moving across, we've also got the option, if required, to change who owns that document. If somebody was leaving the business and we wanted to hand over responsibility, then we can nominate the person we want to change it to and the reason for doing so. If we have a number of our own manually created collections, we might want to actually add that document into one of our defined collections at the moment. We can also then change or alter the review date that we set. And when we're ready, we can move the document from draft into an active state. And in doing so, at that point, we can go ahead then and publish this document into a library if we wanted to make that document accessible to the members of one or multiple libraries. So we'll just go ahead there and add that in to a particular library. Again, in doing so, in the same way that we have shared this document with an individual, we can also see from the libraries section which libraries this document has been assigned to. Coming back up to the top, as the owner of the document, we have the ability also to then delete the document if it's no longer required. We can lock it so other users that have been given the rights to edit it can't edit it whilst we have it locked and sort of checked out. And coming further down here, we can see further options to attribute this document with tags. It could be that we want to give that a tag so that it carries contracts, or it might be a process document, so we might want to attribute it tags here. The reason for using tags is simply to make it easier to find that document using the search options in the global search, but also if you have created self-organizing collections, and those collections will automatically add documents into them based on the tags that you've set in that collection. So by adding contracts and process design here, if we had self-organizing collections defined, this document would automatically find its way into that collection. Finally, we've already created a review document activity here, but if there are further activities that we wanted to create for ourselves or other users around this document, we can create and manage those activities here. Thanks for watching.